Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue other things?
Pacquiao's finished. He's in it for the few quid now, a few pounds more, a few more dollars. Great fighter, legend himself, but he can never look in the mirror.
Tyson Fury didn't mince words when asked about Manny Pacquiao's return to boxing. In his view, it's not a heroic comeback. It's a desperate grasp at fading spotlight. Fury slammed the decision as one rooted not in legacy, but in denial. Manny's no longer the fighter he once was, he said bluntly, claiming Pacquiao lacks the speed, power, and stamina that once made him a global force. To Fury, this comeback is
Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios? Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue?
Isn't just misguided, it's dangerous. He warned that stepping into the ring now could permanently tarnish Pacquiao's image and expose just how far he's fallen from his prime. This is fantasy, he added, and a painful one at that. But the world isn't ready to count Manny out just yet, especially not his millions of loyal fans, particularly in the Philippines. Pacquiao's journey from poverty to superstardom was never conventional. He's always shattered expectations. At 46, he's not chasing youth. He's relying on hard-won experience. His camp is laser-focused.
As for Manny, just any advice from him at all?
Just be healthy and do what you think you can do. It's a hard thing to answer.
Take that away from somebody. It's kind of taking it away from somebody. You kind of got to find out what's there, right?
Absolutely. If you just have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. And that's my thing. It could be positive, it could be negative. That's life.
Focused. Smarter training, intense mitt work, slick sparring with young kickboxers, brutal road sessions, and deep film study. While his raw explosiveness has dulled with age, his timing, toughness, and ring IQ are sharper than ever. His team insists there's still fire in the tank, enough for one last historic run. Boxing legends and analysts are split. Sugar Ray Leonard offered a mix of admiration and caution, calling Pacquiao's legacy untouchable, but questioning the logic of returning at 46. Jay Legend, Kuch Khan, Corey Boxing, Doneya Sunihai, and Una weighed in as well, some praising the warrior spirit, others warning.
I mean, it makes sense, like he's 46 now, and then even me as his son, I love him, he's my dad, But there's also concern there, but I believe in him, and yeah, he's shown us that, he stays in shape year round and all that, so it's weight's not going to be a problem, fitness not going to be a problem.
That legacy must be protected. One echoed, respect alone doesn't win fights, especially when your opponent is young, hungry, and dangerous. Manny's son, Jim Pacquiao, sees things differently. To him, this isn't just a comeback, it's a family mission. As Manny prepares to battle Mario Barrios, Jim sees not a man clinging to relevance, but a fighter reborn. He believes his father's tools, speed, timing, and heart, are sharper.
Rolly Pacquiao.
Well, Mario, do you think he beats Barrios?
Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not, still Rolly Pacquiao. How many losses does Pacquiao have? Oh, that's another thing, bro. Pacquiao another one that don't give a f about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated, that don't mean shit if you're not fighting nobody. Nobody gives a f
Than ever. This isn't nostalgia, Jim said. It's fate. For the younger Pacquiao, this bout is a declaration. The Pacquiao name still strikes fear, still demands respect, and still has the power to shake the boxing world. Meanwhile, Rolando Rolly Romero stirred the pot with a bold and unexpected challenge. He honored Manny's legacy, but then flipped the script by calling him out. To Romero, stepping into the ring with Pacquiao isn't about disrespect. It's about seizing opportunity.
I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money. One, two. I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter, knows how to, you know, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits. You know, that Ugas fight, I don't know if it was enough for Pacquiao. That's why he's coming back. But Barrios, he can, he can.
He's not intimidated by the legend. He wants to write his own chapter in the book of boxing. If you want a war, Romero declared, I want Manny. The message was clear. Raleigh is chasing the chaos, not avoiding it. Timothy Bradley was more critical. He claimed Pacquiao's return is driven less by hunger and more by financial motivation. Though he respects the Filipino icon, he sees danger in this move. Barrios is young, powerful, and rising fast, a fighter who could violently derail Pacquiao's...
It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so, I mean, why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I mean, I would love something like this. And that's a
storybook career. One bad night, Bradley warned, could erase decades of greatness. To him, this is a high-stakes gamble that risks turning a hero into a cautionary tale. Trainer Greg Hackett echoed that concern. He dismissed the comeback as a fantasy masked by nostalgia. Years ago, Pacquiao would have destroyed Barrios with speed and pressure, Hackett said, but now, he's dulled, he's slower. He sees the fight not as a battle of champions, but as a financial play, a high...
Who are they talking about Pacquiao matching up with next?
He chasing the Mayweather.
Of course.
So
why not?
Right.
Floyd, come on. I know you love money. He was saying that he thinks Floyd's out of money already because he says Floyd spends so much money, he's probably already out of it.
Well, he spend money too. I think
Sure.
Pacquiao spend more money than Floyd on everybody else.
Oh, that's right, because he's got like 50 people that he just like has supported. Yeah, I mean, he's an interesting guy, man, because he's so...
risk move disguised as one last run. Don't confuse hype with greatness, he warned. This isn't glory reborn. This is a gamble with consequences. As the world waits for Manny's return to the ring, opinions remain sharply divided. Is this a warrior's final triumph, or a risky plunge into a past that can't be reclaimed? One thing is certain, the world will be watching. Joe Rogan has long revered Manny Pacquiao, often calling him one of the greatest fighters to ever step into the ring. He's praised Pacquiao's lightning-fast hands, relentless work ethic, and humble demeanor.
Yeah, I think that, it's a very contentious subject, like, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that.
Qualities that helped transform a boy from poverty into boxing's only 8-division world champion. For Rogan, Pacquiao's true greatness lies in his ability to remain lethal against younger, stronger foes through sheer heart, timing, and grit. Lightweight contender George Kambosos Jr. echoed those sentiments, crediting Manny for shaping his own warrior mentality. Still, Rogan didn't avoid criticism where it was due. He famously blasted the long-awaited Pacquiao versus.
And yeah, well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. It was released, PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion, so he's fighting
Mayweather clash, calling it mistimed and underwhelming. A fight that, in his view, failed to deliver the high-octane showdown fans deserved when both men were in their prime. Promoter Eddie Hearn also weighed in on the controversy surrounding Pacquiao's return from retirement. While fans remain torn between admiration and concern, Hearn insists that Pacquiao still has enough skill, experience, and ring IQ to trouble most of today's top 20 welterweights. He admits Pacquiao isn't the ferocious whirlwind he once was, but warns that dismissing him as a nostalgia act is a dangerous mistake.
So it's true, Barrios and Pacquiao fighting in July. I told y'all, man, that was the rumor, but Suleiman confirmed it. Pacquiao wants to retire the WBC champion. I'm rooting for Barrios, though.
He may be older, Hearn said, but he's still dangerous. This isn't an exhibition. This is a live-fire test. WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman officially confirmed that the blockbuster bout between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios is set for July, igniting global buzz. Sulaiman acknowledged the shock surrounding Manny's return from retirement, a move that stirred debate across the sport. Despite age concerns, Pacquiao has been fully licensed in Nevada and cleared medically, with the WBC firmly backing the event. Sulaiman praised the audacity of the comeback, while acknowledging the risks that come with it. UFC legend Daniel Cormier has joined the conversation as well, amplifying the hype and raising the stakes. Cormier called it a serious test for Pacquiao, and firmly backed Barrios as the hungry underdog poised to disrupt the narrative. With split opinions, clashing legacies, and enormous stakes, this fight promises explosive drama both inside the ropes and out.